I just keep hearing you won't back down. And if this is for you, we're going to use the Whispers of the Unsolved. If I don't drop them all here. We have the Fired card, the Regret, and the Collapse card. And it's giving this energy of almost like being bounced before they even reach your doorstep. It's this collapse because the weight of regret is often so heavy. This is a reflection of a war within someone else. And it's almost giving this energy of trying to draw you into something that isn't really your problem. And that's the way I want to say that. Distraction in reverse. It's not your problem. But this is like a strategic move. We have the Secret card, the Fire in reverse, and the Trash in reverse. It's almost strategic in the sense of like they want to know what you know. And you do know something. If this is for you, you do know something. But this situation, it doesn't directly involve you. And so it's almost giving the sense of like, while someone else is being shut down at every avenue and path that they take, it's almost like they're trying to somehow gain access to you because they know you know something. But if this is for you, I want to tell you that this is not a kind of energy. Like, this isn't your fire to put out. It's not your drama, your trash, it's not your situation to have to entertain. Yes, you know things. But just because you know them doesn't mean you're choosing to insert yourself in other people's crap. And I want to tell you, like, you have biology. I want to tell you that this is familial. It's almost like family dynamics. It's like when other people have issues with each other, they're none of your business. And before, where you would have tried to broker peace, and that's how I want to say that, you would have been the peacemaker. You would have attempted to be the voice of reason. You're over here like, not my circus, not my monkeys. And it's not your fire to put out. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that you continue to shut down any and all access. Any and all access, regardless of the mind games. Like, you see it clearly. I want to tell you, it almost comes in like an offer to be helpful, an offer to this, but it's almost like trying to insert themselves where you have put boundaries in place. But the thing that they underestimate is that boundaries are for self. You cannot make people adhere to your boundaries. So it's almost like this, it's almost like divine protection, where it's like, you're over here, and because you refuse to entertain this, like, the energy of bringing something to your door, the energy of trying to involve you, the energy of all these things are stopped dead in its tracks because you will not back down. And literally the Tom Petty song, I Won't Back Down, just keeps playing on repeat in my head. Like, you can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. You're like, I'm not going back into this shit show. Because if this is for you, I want to tell you that you already had to face this yourself. You have already been the person that was involved in this dynamic years ago. You have already been the one where people try to get ahead of their narrative or the truth or the events that actually transpired. But you're the one who never truly cared. You cared on an internal level, but you wore that mask of like, I don't give a fuck on the outside. And as such, it kind of lost its steam because they assumed that you isolated yourself. They assumed you didn't talk about things, but they know that you're the confidant. And that's how I want to say that. You are the confidant. You are the voice of reason, but you are no longer willing to broker peace. You are the confidant. So if this is for you, it's just giving that, like, when you go to the club and like people get bounced, like their energy is being bounced before it ever has a chance to reach you. And if this is for you, it's like you have communicated in ways where you've made it perfectly clear that your words fall on deaf ears as they have in the past, so you will not entertain this because that was your own pattern. Your pattern was to constantly walk your boundaries back, and you cannot blame other people for the boundaries that you, or lines that you draw, and then you walk your own boundaries back. Like I said, there's just this familial bond here because I'm being tied back to the biology and then rival competition. And it's almost like two people who had been pitted against each other for so long became almost like unsuspecting allies. And not in the sense of where they're trying to like do anything wrong. It's just they realize how much they actually resonated, but this external energy always pitted them against each other. And now they've become allies. They've become friends. They've become confidants. And this party's energy that wants to keep coming to the door is trying to get ahead of what's already been put in motion, of what's already been shared. And you're like, nope. You're like, nope, outer space. This is like that delusional energy. It's like, you over there, like to the moon with your delusions, I am not participating. Confirmation. Double down. So if this is for you, I just want to tell you, you've already ended your cycle. And although you're the confidant, although you know a lot of things, and I want to say you always know a lot of things, but you hold them, and I don't mean hold them in that, like debilitating kind of way. You hold being the confidant. You hold being someone's voice of reason. You hold being a sounding board in a very loyal way. And you're not willing to be drawn back into other people's attempt to control what has already been exposed to you. You've known who they were a long time ago. So this isn't new information to you. It's just the sense that you will not walk back your boundaries this time. You will not go back to the devil's playground. You will not sacrifice everything that you're currently doing. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that your creative flow and the things that you are currently bringing to life absolutely require this other kind of energy being bounced from the doorstep. But you didn't even have to do it. You are in such an energy right now that it's like when you think of frequency and you think of like everybody's individual radio station, the gap is so large between this resonance or radio station and yours. It's like access is automatically denied. You are automatically bounced because you can't even get here until you do the work, until you take responsibility, until you are willing to own your own shit and hold yourself accountable for the words, actions, and choices that you've chosen to make. So it's like it's getting bounced right at the doorstep. But you feel it. You feel it. You're watching physical confirmations, and you will not be baited this time. You choose not to walk back your boundaries. And because you've done this so consistently, the gap has gotten so large that you are no longer the enforcer. Love you guys.